that. We gotta change up that tarp soft photo in the intro.
If anybody wants to know how important Dakota Josh was to the Vancouver Canucks, that was the game. Okay, so condiments. This is everything.
Everything. So we run the gamut completely, right? And
I'm talking about sriracha on the bottle.
Sriracha?
Sriracha. It's that silent R that screws me up.
Is it a silent R?
I don't know, like who's tall?
Who's tall?
It's Chris Pronger, wasn't he tall?
Chris Pronger was tall. Yeah.
Welcome to the PP1 podcast.
Are you kidding me? That's what?
Seven.
Oh yeah, it's always good. Welcome to the PP1 podcast, Area 51 Sports Network. It's Ryan. It's Ted. It's a show. We're a day later than normal, but it's because it is. I was at a hockey game last night watching the Rockets not do well.
Are we late though, or is it just like Thursday or Wednesday-ish?
Yeah, I mean, it is whatever it is. It is whatever it is. Who cares? We run the show like we've always said. Doesn't matter. Good to see you.
Good to see
your face. Yeah, it's our show. The Banks Brothers concert got canceled because they got sick.
Damn.
So I now have a Saturday evening open, which I didn't plan.
Do they just refund your tickets? How does that work?
Yeah, they did. So
cool.
Sup, Grant? Congratulations, buddy. He's been testing his dad jokes.
Grant.
Yeah, he's been testing the dad jokes on me. They're getting better.
It's good.
I'm gonna take my hat off because I feel like I need a ring light or something, and I don't want to hook that up. So, Anthony Manzano, did I get that right? Your video's delayed and fuzzy. I can hear you clearly though. Yeah, we're working on that.
On Ryan's end, it looks fine. He's fine.
Yeah, look, on my end, everything I can't explain it. This week is just going to be maybe download the audio after. I've been trying. I'm doing my best. Actually, I'm going to try one. I'm going to switch cameras because Ted said that worked better. So we're going to do this. How's that? Is that better? Kinda.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
I mean, I don't know. Better is the right word here, but
yeah, like it's a different camera.
It's a different, yeah. So I can't now. I got to angle my whole body this way. Oh my gosh! Anyway, it's good. Welcome everybody to the show. We got some peeps. Jimmy's here. Man, that guy. All I see is just like his kid killing it. McKenna, right? She's just slaying it. She's going to be in the PWHL before we know it. Ted looks like $1 million. Well, that's rude. It's fine. It's fair. It's okay. No, this is great. Seeing all of our Lower Mainland peeps. But we're out in the not Lower Mainland. Am I looking good? Is it like is the screen okay now?
You look like you're like 2000 and late. Like your camera is from 2000 and late. Like you're running off of a 2000 Logitech HD camera. Not even HD. They didn't even know what HD is back then.
I'm running off of not the Logitech. What was the other one? Altec Lansing. One of those.
Altec Lansing. Wow. Good callback.
So Anthony, we'll get to that one in a second. Hold on to that one, I promise. Yeah, this is going to be. We're getting down and dirty for this show this week, and we haven't even started. Jeez. How are you doing, Ted? I got a bunch of stories from last week because we had Jesse Roper on. Hopefully you guys saw that. I was just rewatching a little bit of it for video quality checking, and that was a freaking awesome show. Did you have fun? I had fun.
Oh, with Jesse? Yeah, great time.
Yeah. Man, that was
a dude. I mean, super talented artist. You know, I hope he just breaks out at some point here because he deserves it and he's that good.
And then we can say, remember when he was on our podcast? Remember when he did a little hockey podcast?
He's already got a song on Hockey Night in Canada. I guess he's far enough along, right?
He's making it. He's making it. Yeah, it's you guys like honestly. not to like pump our own tires, but that was some of the most fun. And I wouldn't say necessarily it was the best episode we've ever done, but just for what that was so awesome. It was so like, I don't know. We've had a few just personal favorites. I would say like Brad May. That was one.
Brad May. Yeah,
Brad May was a good one.
A great one.
I mean,
Orland Kurtenbach was a good one.
You know, like there's sometimes you just like you hit on one, and that one was like I didn't want to put this person on a pedestal because like Jesse Roper's a normal dude, but like it was one that we'd been working on, and like again, Ted introduced me to his music a few years back, and I've become a big fan. But he's just a normal dude, and if you've been to his show, he's a blast. So it was so much fun just to like converse and have like really good conversations. So anyway, so like I said, from a week ago, I had some stories. I've sent some of these things to you already, like the fridge story. So I sent you that video. I want to get in that, and then also I killed it on the pizza thing. And
from KGH, that a boy. Glad to hear it, man. Way to battle in there, buddy. We're all pulling for you.
If anybody knows Whit's story, we can get into it. He's been battling penile cancer, and has not been a fun battle. I mean, we can only speak to this in word sense, but the guy is a warrior. So, you know, the fact that he's coming to show up just to message on this, I think is, I mean, to me, that's pretty awesome. And I mean, we love you, Whit. It's, I'm happy that, I mean, hopefully you still have your facial hair, because it was, I don't know, I needed the Whit facial hair set up, but he's got it. We're going to be seeing you back. We're going to be yapping at you when you're refereeing and stuff again.
Yeah, once you got the stripes back on Whit, you're getting chirped. I'm sorry, that's how it goes.
Yeah, then you just get back to normal, and that's how it's supposed to be. So this is how it works. That's good friends.
Anthony's got the flu now. Here, it looks like 3 days he's already had the flu. Like,
why? Man. Yeah, it's going everywhere. Like it's just stupid. So I'm gonna tell 2 stories, and then we're gonna go like full Canucks because we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot to cover.
Okay, story number 1. As you all know, the Rockets are hosting the Memorial Cup this year, and one of the big sponsors is Giuseppe Pizzas, Dr. Ocker, whatever. So
this is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. This is very on point for Ryan. And anyway, so we're at the game, and they have the on-ice stuff. No one ever enters this stuff because nobody wants to go on the ice. Fair point. So
no, that's not true. I think tons of people enter, Ryan. You just get picked every time.
No. I'm getting to the point where no one enters. So anyway, fill out the ballots. Let Kinsey know, she's my youngest, that, hey, if we get picked for this, are you cool with going on the ice? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm game. She's hardcore. So anyway, we go there, and I'm putting the ballots in, and the girl's like, whoa. Do you want to do the puck shoot? I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. I'm like, what about the one with the kid? She's like, well, you need whatever. I'm like, well, my daughter's right there. Okay, great. Second intermission, all good. So we go do this thing where we're racing. She dresses up as a pizza, and I got to put like the Velcro toppings on this pizza. Very simple. Go pick them up. Blue line, red line, blue line, and like long face-off dot. So we're up against a mom and her son. She's clearly out of her element completely. I always wear the proper shoes just in case I get to go on the ice. I am winner. Oh my gosh. Jeez, that's
a beauty. Whit's got that beard.
I know 2 people that have beard like that, and they both frighten me. You look a little homeless, Whit. I would say the same thing to my cousin, so that's a compliment in a way. So anyway, racing this lady, great beard. I got double back on that. Racing this lady, I'm already ahead. She goes the long one first. You got to get 4 of these toppings to win. So she gets right to her son, and she's putting on the first one. She slips and falls. Not ideal. You're wearing gear, but like not falling on the ice. That's not a good feeling. So I'm already like halfway done at this point, realizing full well I'm about to win. So anyway, get it all done, do a little slide, tag it on, we win. So the Giuseppe like mascot comes, dude gets a photo, Rocky Raccoon, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, so we go there, they give us our prize. 52 coupons for Giuseppe.
You're gonna have to hook Grant up here.
hook Grant up.
Yeah. Did you not read it in here?
Oh, their Hawaiian is my wife's. Oh, okay. I was trying to read that while I was explaining. But yeah, we got a few. So we've only used 2 so far, and it's been 2 weeks. So we're doing well. So yeah, 52 pizzas. My daughter's friend was along with us, so I hooked her up with 2 because she's a good sport. And we had to ditch her for like 20 minutes. So anyway, got a couple t-shirts, which I don't even know where they are. Got a few pucks with a pizza on them. Don't know. And yeah, 52 pizzas. Unbelievable prize to win. It was a decent prize. Second story. I texted this to Ted as it happened. As you guys know, I drive around a lot for my line of work. I sell flooring. And you see some things. People are idiots driving. We all know this. Lower Mainland people, you know this especially. Kelowna is no different. So I'm leaving my work, going up to the golf course to measure out this house. And I just turn off the street from my work, and I see this Dodge Ram with an old fridge in the back. First thought is, as we all would think, obviously, you always say, obviously that's tied down. You just say it in your head or maybe out loud. Within like 15 feet, I see this fridge move. I see the drawer shoot out, just hits the door. Okay. It's not tied down. We all know something's about to... I'm about to go on the highway towards the airport. If anybody knows Kelowna, there's like a hill you go up an overpass kind of thing. We all know this is going to go wrong. So I've got my phone in the little holder thing. Quickly hit the camera, video, record. That's my hands free. Had enough time. Yes, it happened. I half broke a law. Anyway, so I left it just sitting there and just videoing it, kind of geared it quickly at the stoplight. So I'm driving and I'm just watching this guy doing the speed limit, doing 80, but I'm staying back a little bit as well, watching this all happen. I'm thinking, as soon as we go around this bend, for sure, it's going to be full send. This is going to be gone. It somehow makes it past the overpass. Now we're going straight. Again, we're going close to 100, right? We're getting past the college. We're getting close to the airport. So I'm thinking, like, this is going to happen at some point. We both end up turning in the same lane to go up towards the golf course. I'm thinking, okay, when he turns, just the law of gravity is going to affect this vehicle at some point. I am 2 cars back because a Subaru cut me off and got behind. I'm thinking, dude, that's fine by me.
He cut you off so that he could go film it.
Exactly. So anyway, I just miss out on the light. So now I'm stuck. First car at the light, and I'm watching them go up the street. Now, at this point, I can't film this because, well, I'm breaking a few laws at that point. So I'm just watching, and I'm watching, and I'm watching, and I'm watching, and it turns up by the Tesla dealership, by the DQ. You know where that is, Ted?
Yeah.
Turns right. Wouldn't you know it? Ass over tea kettle. This fridge flies out the side, over his truck, hits the ground. I'm laughing because I finally saw this fulfilled. Didn't get it on camera, but I saw it happen. It was awesome. Clearly stopped traffic. So now I turn in. I'm driving by. By the time I get there, the guy just got it on the sidewalk. And then Ted goes, well, what does the truck look like? Didn't even bother to think that it probably wrecked the side of his
probably
truck.
Ruined his box.
Oh, man. So I thought he was turning towards the dump, which is why I thought, like, oh, this is going to be crazy. As soon as he passed the dump exit, I knew full well I was about to see something special. So this guy full on dumps this old, like it was like an old, I would say like early 90s, maybe late 80s fridge. And those things are heavy too, right? And it just flies right over. So awesome. Made my day. Made a quick little reel, sent it out. It was great. It was great. Ted had a lot of questions after, and I had to explain what was going on. Anyway, super fun. Those are my stories for last week. I want to tell them, but Jesse Roper is just too cool, and I didn't want to ruin the show. So, let's get to these Canucks questions. Okay, let me get to the comments because I'm in control of this. So let's scroll all the way back. Anthony, we're gonna do this, and we got a lot of Canucks. We got a lot of time today. What young players do you guys think are getting traded during the deadline to a better situation to get playing time because their position is deep? Whew. Okay. Young players. So you're thinking like a full-on send then, hey?
Must be. Yeah. I mean, okay. So I feel like there's only one part to this question in that only because there's only depth at one position on this team, and that's probably defense, right? So
Wait, I just want to clarify. I'm assuming we're talking the Canucks here, right?
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, I don't know if I could name you everybody that's on the block somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
And that's gonna come by virtue of like a bigger trade, and I hate to see that be like I'd hate to see that be a Hughes or something, which is a whole nother topic.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll get into that.
I'm assuming that it's who are we moving out, right? But I don't think they're going to be looking and trying to move some youth. I think they're trying to get some more youth, right? If they're going to be making some kind of move, it means the veterans probably moving out the other way. But if they were to move from a position of depth that is D, and I feel like Victor Mancini maybe is the guy that's kind of the odd man out here, because there's a serious amount of depth on the farm right now. With Sawyer Minio and Kudryavtsev, and then you look up, I mean, he's down there as well. And then you look up, Villander seems to have made it a little bit. He's already logged like 17 games. It looks like he belongs. And then they're just deep generally at the NHL position. I can't see them wanting to move on a guy like DPD. So I think the guy I think that the guy that you could see moved out that they would want to part with or not want to part with, could bear to part with, who could get some more playing time somewhere else and would look good, is probably a guy like Victor Mancini.
I mean, that's probably a good call. I was thinking DPD. I know they had sent him down. I mean, this team is just such a hot mess right now that, anything going wrong, but you can't get rid of, I don't see them. Oh, McDavid got a hat trick. Wow, that's Connor McDavid. I can't see them moving anybody young. They're saying, as far as publicly, that they want to have some like the good old 25 and under club. I mean, that's great, but you have to trade something to get something. I don't know what this team, like, this is a heavy episode. I don't know what this team is doing, because there's people asking, like, should they fire the coach? Should they get rid of the GM and the president? Are they trading Quinn Hughes? Are they trading? Like, there's so many angles going right now. It's insane. Like, there is, pick an angle, honestly. The young guys, Anthony, I can't see them moving. My pick would be DPD. You're saying Mancini. Mancini probably is the better play. I just can't see them moving off of anybody young, because that just doesn't help anything. Like, you're better off going with
not on purpose.
No,
they don't want. They're not going to just straight up move a young guy for another young guy or a pick, right? You move a young guy for a veteran, usually is how it works. And this team being last in the NHL, here we are December 4th already. I don't think they're looking to acquire veterans to try to stop the bleeding, right? I mean, they've already gone out and signed Kampf, and what the heck does he do for this roster right now, other than he's a warm body that plays a little bit of defense and center? Yeah. But the only reason I would see a guy like a DPD moving, or maybe even a Mancini, or any of these young players from a position of depth, feel like his defense is if they were part of a package. If it was, a high-end player, if it was a Kiefer Sherwood and a Mancini to get yourself, a first rounder or something like that. I mean, I could see them doing something like that, but I think it would be a package play. We are going to see Nils Höglander back in the lineup here soon. So we'll see how that impacts things. But yeah, I can't see them just coming off of a young player for no reason. I
didn't put this in the rundown, but I did have this crazy hot take in my head yesterday. And like, this is crazy. And I'm not on the sauce. I'm not doing drugs, but is there a world, you guys, hear me out, and you probably know what I'm going to say. They get healthy. Is there a world where they pull the old St. Louis Blues? And I'm not saying win the Stanley Cup, because that's ridiculous. But where they actually make a run and actually be, as a healthy team, actually like figure some stuff out? Or is this actually fractured in a bunch of different ways, and like foundation is crumbling, not breaking, but crumbling? Like, is Adam Foote a problem? Has the Rutherford Alvin thing run its course, or one or the two of them? Like, there's a few angles of this. Like, it's multifaceted. I know that words.
Wow.
Multifaceted. Yeah. I just actually Googled that before we started. right? Like, is that something that's possible? Like, does anybody kind of agree that that's a possibility where they get healthy and this is actually, a decent team we're talking about? They're the Canucks. They'll go on a 7-game win streak in garbage time. Yeah, and I mean, then there's the old Canucks thing where they pick 9th. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and you know what? And Grant, that's a perfect point. But even if they do finish last in the NHL, they'll somehow pick 3rd.
Okay, so let's play around with that for a second. Let's say that's
wow, so depressing.
I know. Well, welcome to the land of Canucks. Everything's depressing, Ted. We're 7 years in. We've had 2 fun seasons to talk about, and one of them was in COVID. Let's say they pick 3rd or 2nd even. Okay. Do you see them making the move and just like calling it and making the trade to get 1st, to get McKenna? I think they do. Like if they're 3rd, they make the trade for 1st. Like they have.
Yeah, I mean, as long as that's assuming you have bullets in the chamber.
Yeah.
If they're picking 1st or 2nd, they're getting an NHLer right away. I don't even know who the rankings are at right now.
Who's the 2nd guy? I have no idea who is 2nd, aside from McKenna is 1st. Like, I have no clue. I have not followed prospects at all. I live in a bubble.
Yeah, Keaton Verhoef, Aver Stenberg, Tenon Lawrence, and that's obviously everybody that's behind Gavin McKenna, right? So, yeah, I think there's a very good chance they get an NHLer that can play. That's we're in the top 3. Maybe even Lawrence could be. I mean,
who's that?
Yeah, it's
like I'm asking. I don't know.
Tenon Lawrence, just another solid center. It's good that he's a center, right? But yeah, I mean, I think there's a bunch of guys who could play in the NHL right away this year, so that's good. But okay. I don't know how much you want to go. Like, I think you got to feel pretty passionately about the guy in 1st, and you got to be worried, almost like the NFL, that they're going to be sniped out from under you, right? Like they might not even want McKenna,
right?
He's fallen off a bit himself, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I it would be tough to see them thinking that there's a clear consensus number 1 that they're going after. And if they do, then what's that trade look like?
Okay, so if they finish 3rd, you think then they stay put? Maybe
they'll probably stay put. That's just such a Canuck thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Stenberg's got a twin. I don't know.
There's a lot of twins. Maybe there's another. Is there another Elias Pettersson out there?
Yeah, I mean, might as well. If there is a Pettersson, you might as well draft him.
Gotta catch them all. Yeah, like I said, I think there's just, and I had written in the show notes too that, with a Flames loss or Flames win, Canucks lost their last, but now officially the Flames have won. So like, it's been a while since the Canucks were the absolute worst team in the NHL. And I think I kind of float back to about a month ago when I was very indifferent on this team. Like, but I want to be mad. Like, I'm mad, but I got too much else going on right now. So, like, I'm excited. I'm going to end up missing tomorrow's game, unfortunately, because I got to go dress like a Canadian for a Builders Awards. It's going to be some good photos. Remember those? Did I ever show you that Jersey City jacket I got? The big, like, Melton leather Team Canada one?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not allowed to wear this jacket at all. Like, almost ever. And I'm wearing it tomorrow because it's a Canadian thing to do. So, but yeah, I'm going to miss tomorrow's game. But they play again on Saturday too, I think, right? Or Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll catch one of them. But like, that's for me personally, like, I've been kind of checking in Twitter and everybody's just freaking out. The Quinn Hughes trades, the rumors, this, that, and the other. I mean, it seems like we don't know anything. Michael Bublé's fighting with Sarah Valley.
It's hilarious.
Our pets' heads are coming off. It's just like, people are just angry right now. And it's Christmas time. Like, we can't be. We're better than this. I mean, we're not. But you know what I mean? We're really not. We find the worst in the situation and we triple down on stuff. Like, oh, you want to go all in? I'm going to go all in on this and my friend's house. I'm putting his house on this. We're going
There you go.
We're putting 2 deeds on this bet. Like, it's such a weird feeling to say that they're the 32nd team in the league right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because there's definitely times where they don't look that bad, right? It's just that they cannot defend. They've lost a lot of close games, right? I mean,
And they've had super key injuries, like key injuries.
Sure.
Like,
I mean, but everybody's had key injuries, so
But
that's a
in,
really tough one to.
depth centers, your number one goaltender, like
That's the problem, right?
Position.
No, like literally no depth to speak of.
That's
that position. And
no,
yeah,
it's a waiting pool.
Yeah, we're starting to get guys back now. Like that's fine. But it seemed like so many times during the construction of this roster, right? Between the Pedersen fall off, who looks very good right now. So super happy with that. But the Pedersen fall off, the departure of Miller, you know, even like the Dakota Joshua trade, right? I mean, you're moving off of him, you're bringing in Evander Kane. Like they're making these moves. They don't want to get rid of Joshua because they don't like the player. They're having to get rid of Joshua because they can't afford the player.
Or they decided they also got rid of Suter.
Yeah, I mean, I think this team would love to have Suter right now, right? I mean, it's been a struggle, and I feel like so many of the moves that they made in this offseason were reactionary as opposed to planned moves for a specific reason.
Yeah.
Because another player has stepped in and showed that he's earned that spot, right? I mean, they've kind of had to move a few guys in a little maybe sooner than they needed to be. And other than Carlson, I don't think anybody's looked really good in terms of guys stepping up from the farm. That could be missing a player or two. We talked a little bit about Villander, who's looked like the real deal, but I'm not talking about the defensive side of things. I'm talking about the forward side of things. The fact that they felt that they had to bring in Camp to take over potentially a third line center spot shows you that this team has major issues and major depth issues at center. And I don't know how you can compete in today's NHL with having like one center. Sure. I like Teddy Bluger, man, but Teddy Bluger's a third, or he's borderline third, probably a fourth, right? I mean, if he's your fourth, in good shape.
You just answered your own question. They can't.
They just can't. There is nothing, right? So, man, like I don't know. How do you go out and get yourself a number one center and shore up the wing? I mean, you better start talking about trading guys who you don't want to talk about trading, and that's what the next conversation is.
Well, yeah, they're just. Oh, I'm gonna try it. Keep talking. I'm gonna try this ring light. See if it makes me look a little bit brighter. Keep talking.
Yeah, Leafs fans aren't loving Josh. Yeah, I work with
Jake.
He's not. I think he's miscast there, which is unfortunate for him because I think he was miscast a little bit in St. Louis as well. But Joshua was also not a favorite player when he first came to Vancouver either, right? So it wasn't until spending a little bit of time under Tocchet that they really found a great spot for him. And he had that run of about like 4 or 5 months where he just looked like nearly invincible.
I look good
obviously he's worked through some stuff over the last little bit here. But that I still, although I don't hate the Kane move, like it still was a reactionary move, right?
Yeah. I think
which
they're
I
just
think is more to the point that the player that came back.
They just missed. I think if they admit, which they probably have, I just think that they missed. They missed on a signing and they missed on guys leaving.
Yeah,
they should have been more gung ho on what they actually had than what they thought.
It's pretty easy, I think, in some sense, to be like they mismanaged their money, but they also, went out and re-signed Brock Besser too, right? Which everybody also wanted. So, we all knew that when that signing happened, that Joshua and maybe even Bluger were going to be expendable in that trade, right? Or to make room salary wise. Here we are now. And I think depth has been good in some areas. I think we talked about Villander. Nikita Tolopilo was just up looking really good, right? Looks like he's a guy that could play in the NHL. from a couple seasons back that I'm a big Tolopilo fan.
Mhm.
That I actually like him better than Shilov's. And I would probably get shit all over still for saying that. But at the time I liked him better than Shilov's, right? So,
Yeah.
we see, Yuri Patera come up, and he didn't come up because he was better than Tolopilo. He came up because he was healthy, right? So
But that's where they're at right now.
that's where we are. It's not great, right? I mean, that's just
so that's what I'm getting at. Like,
for Patera is like 7.39 goals against average and an 825 save percentage. It's hilarious, man. It's comical. We're still, we have guys that are up here contributing. We still have guys who have no right being in the NHL right now. We're just getting lit up.
But that's where they are. And that's what I'm saying. Like, in a perfect world, and apparently this is what a perfect world looks like for the Canucks right now. In a perfect world, they get healthy. I didn't hear the update on Hedel. I'll let you fill me in on that in a second if you know.
I don't know.
Okay, so I guess there was an update on Hedel. If you want to Google while I'm talking. And you've got an update on, who else did we say? Demko, and who else are we missing? My brain is out.
Hoglander.
Right, Hoglander. So, like, you've got a few guys that if we get back in, I mean, these are key pieces on this team. And if you've got guys that are, as he's skating a bit, so I mean, skating's better than not skating. I'll take that as a good sign. You've got guys that if they come back, and it's not going to happen overnight, it's going to be like a 2-week thing, which kind of sucks. But now, if this team is healthy, what does it actually look like? Like, is this a team that actually can compete again? Or are we...
Well, I mean, you started to ask this later, right? Like, no, man. Like, it's too late, right? Like, think about... Okay, we talked about this before, right? I mean, if you think about what the Oilers did a couple of years back when Vancouver had that hot start and they were sort of pressing for first in the West, right?
Yep.
And the Oilers looked just straight up dreadful for like the first, I don't know, I want to say like the first 10, 12 games of the season, stormed all the way back. And it basically took them till the very end of the season to make a push against Vancouver to take that first spot, even with them playing like lights out.
Yeah.
Think a little bit further back to like West Coast Express days when they were talking about possibly tearing the team apart. They have that shinny skate out in Ottawa. Do you remember this? It was a big story, right? Galvanized the team. The team came together, played lights out, made a push, became really what was that really feared West Coast Express spot, right? And you look at that roster and you look at the fact that there's Matthias Olin, Sammy Salo, Brennan Morrison, Marcus Naslin, Todd Bertuzzi. You had guys like Matt Cook and Jarkko Ruutu, and I'm not even sure if Andrew Castles was still there. I don't think so. But like, these were the teams that we were looking at back then, the players that were there. And from a forward and depth net, those teams are way deeper than what this team has available. So if you're just talking about they get healthy again, like Demko is the difference maker on this whole thing, right? Demko can go on a Demko heater because he's a top 5 goalie in the NHL when he's healthy. And he could elevate them to push for an eventual playoff spot down the road. But everything's got to go right for him. This team has to sort of figure it out. And I just don't think they have the bullets to do what you're expecting them to do as a possibility.
I mean, based on what we've seen the last month, I don't think they could score enough goals, even if Demko was playing. Like, you'd have to be playing like 100% hockey on Demko's side and getting like 2 goals a game.
Yeah, it's strange, right? Because they can score some goals, but they defend we're shit. Like it's bad. Like it's really bad, Ryan.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
terrible.
I'm more concerned about my fantasy team right now, and I'm in the middle of the pack. Like I'm like, oh well, this will keep me excited for a while. Like it's not that watchable.
There you go. Demko and Hoglander Blueger might be back ready for Buffalo. Yeah, I heard, Buffalo it was a possibility. Wouldn't surprise me if Hogs wasn't in for Buffalo, came in the next game.
It's also crazy too? They got rid of JT Miller, expecting that to be the catalyst, right? Expecting that to be like the needle mover that
It's
we're
supposed
going
to be
to end
additional.
it. Yeah. And it was just an event that happened. Like that's where we're almost at, where it was just like a footnote in the last 2 years and everybody's moved on and it didn't do anything. Like it really hasn't done much. We're just sitting here talking about how it's kind of over, how it's, even if we're healthy, what do you do? Like, what is the next step then?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's where we're at now. So okay, here we go. Filipino's currently recovering from an upper body injury and has been skating again, showing improvement.
It's his head.
He's still on reserve. So, man, that's the point, right? Like, we're kind of at the spot now where they're gonna make a decision about blowing portions of this team up or not.
What are you comfortable with? Are you comfortable with scorched earth?
Like, man, so like I of course I'm not comfortable with scorched earth when it means that there's a possibility of you losing a guy like Quinn Hughes, right? But it's such a funky spot that you're in that option one is trade Hughes to improve this team down the road and move it forward. And option two is that you let this team tank so that you can fix everything, but now you've pissed Hughes off.
I don't know and I would think about this too. Do you think that he would, and Grant, you're right. It's tough to figure out who you're actually supposed to listen to when all these things come out, but it sounds like he doesn't want to leave. Like this isn't, everybody's thinking like, oh, he's on the go and here's all the spots. And everybody's just laughing. They're like, we haven't talked about any of that. Like, is this okay that we go on a one-off season where just everything fell apart? Because this happens to teams. And he
doesn't look happy. Like, I'll tell you that.
His body language is brutal. But I'm saying, like, if this does fall apart, can you not still play it out and just be like, hey, we're still going to try to win, but we're not going to do anything about it. And we're going to try to get, if we lose, we lose. We're going to try to win every game still, no matter how hard we try. And if it means that we get a better draft pick, our team has one more bullet in the chamber, a really good one next year. And now we can really go for it. But I mean, that's a risk too.
It's 100% a risk, right? I mean, look, I'm right here. Grant's talking about, so you can't move him until next summer. So we need to see what you're drafting, and at least you're able to throw your offer to him. But I mean, I disagree a little bit. You can move him this summer, right?
Nope.
Like you can move him because the team you're moving him to, he now comes with a playoff run this year, and he also comes with a full off season next year. Mm-hmm. And he's right, but they so you up his value by moving him early to the team that you're moving him to, because they can capitalize to get more for him, right? You get more out of his contract. So I don't think that you can say like you can't move him, but they would be smart not to, because like if it's like McKenna that's here, or if it's Steenberg that's here, or if it's Verhoef that's here, like it might change the way he looks if there's a player that can enter into the roster. Like, sure, man, like that would be fantastic to see, Gavin McKenna playing on Elias Pettersson's wing. Like that would be great. I would love that. Maybe they get Tynan Lawrence and now they're looking at a center to finally play number 2 behind him, right? And then you got freaking what's his face, Ethan, huge kid out of the Spitfires, that 6'5" guy that reminds me of what's his nuts out of Washington that runs everybody over. That killed Filipino, right? Like, sure, he's right in the sense that it's going to be, they can at least sell something to Hughes if they tank this season, and then are like, look at how we fixed it in the offseason. But that's going to be a pretty fucking tough sell. And now you're looking at like, because he's still not going to want to just like sign on the dotted line to make an extension. Now you're really pushing it to like mid-season or towards end of season, or maybe you run into a PD situation where he's saying we're not signing until end of year, or maybe it's like the Sedins where it takes a plane trip to Sweden for them to sign them, right? So yes, he's right,
because he doesn't go to Sweden. That'd be weird.
Yes, he's right in the sense that if they tank and they get a dope player back, that's going to help the cause. But now you've shrunk the window that you have in time to sign Hughes. So it's not a perfect It's not a perfect science, like either way. Because right now he's pissed, and he looks pissed, and I don't really care what anyone is. But if he looks bad, and they're talking about it in the media, it's not just like that's the media making noise. Like it's a thing. Like they've already started to address it. He's pissed.
Somebody's leaking something. There's a little bit of smoke, right? There's smoke, and there's definitely a little bit of fire. But at the same time, like, I don't know. If you're in this position, now you would never be, and neither would I. But if you're in this position and you're seeing everything go on around you, and again, I'm going to throw the injury card out there because they were pretty decent last year. Everybody was.
No, they weren't though, Ryan.
But they weren't that hurt. They weren't that hurt though.
They were terrible last year, Ryan. They were so dysfunctional that even though they had a good squad, they couldn't play.
I'm probably misremembering.
Okay, you know what's real easy to remember? In the last 7 years that we've done this podcast, they were good for one season, and then they had a fun playoff run in another. So unless we're talking about 2 years ago, it's been a bad team. How's that? To make your math easier?
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I can't see them. I can't see this all falling apart quite yet. But I mean, who knows?
I mean, JT Patterson fell apart. Like,
yeah,
man. Like, okay, what do we always talk about this when we ask these questions. Like, what do I want? What do I think will happen? In the what do that? Like I've said what I think might happen, right, or what the options might be. The what do I want is you hang on to Quinn Hughes at all costs, no matter what. Full stop.
Yeah, last man on earth.
Full stop.
I agree. So, do you trade Patterson?
You trade anything that's not nailed down. Period.
I mean, Patterson was
nailed down. If it's going to make your team better, then you make the trade. Like there is nobody on this roster that's not named Quinn Hughes that I would be okay with them saying you can't trade that guy. He's too awesome. Not even their prospects, because they don't have a stud prospect. They just don't.
That's fair. No, that's a hardline stance, but I mean, to back it up, you probably read in the rundown here, but so we talked about that they're 32nd, and I did some research before because I'm getting better at this again. The Canucks are, so this is a weird stat. Hear me out on this. They are 3 goals away before tonight. They were 3 goals away from being top 10 goal scorer in the league as a team. 3 goals. However, they are 2 goals against away from giving up the most in the NHL. How can you be like and it doesn't even feel like fire wagon hockey. You know what I mean? Like at least that narrative would fit, that it's like fire wagon hockey. You're scoring a ton of goals, but you're giving up a lot of goals. It's not even that. Like they're not even playing hockey.
I don't even know what you said there. I lost you there for like 5 minutes.
Sorry, I'm going to say that again.
I think it was something along the lines of like they're 4 goals away from being highest scoring team in the league, but they're 2 goals away from being
3 from the top 10
the most goal scoring game.
Yeah, 2 goals against away from being the worst. 3 goals away from being top 10.
Yeah, and part of that has to do with the fact that Demko not been here, not been healthy, and this team can't defend. Like we've mentioned about 4 times on this podcast already, like today.
That might be the 5th.
This team can't defend. And we talked about it 2 weeks ago. Like you traded JT Miller and you went out and got yourself a quality defender to shore up the defense. And that defense looks dope on paper. And it can't defend, Ryan. It can't do anything. Like, how does that happen? Like if we were moving Miller to go get ourselves a defenseman, like we already can't defend worse shit. Like they could have just went out and got themselves another number 2.
Yeah. I don't know.
And to me, maybe that's coaching. Maybe that's where coaching plays a factor. You think this team would be able to defend better, seeing as how the defensive coach was the one that stepped up, and you're talking about one of the best defensive defensemen to play in this league in the last 50 years.
But as a coach, I mean, his time in Kelowna wasn't that long, and he got fired. Now that's a
Yeah, I don't know.
wouldn't say
I don't remember enough about the timing. I remember the Flip Boys being there. I remember the team could score. I remember it was pretty tough to play against. It was like a good looking Rockets team, but it wasn't like this is going to push for a championship Rockets team.
I maybe Malhotra would be better. I don't know. I mean, I bet you're going to be a lot more technical, like his face-offs, and I mean, I guess if you think would he have been better? I mean, they did win the Calder Cup last year, and that's
maybe. And I'm not discrediting. I'm not even discrediting the fact that Malhotra could be the coach of this team before the season ends.
I wouldn't. That wouldn't shock
It
me.
is.
I mean,
it is, maybe that's my hot take. It is not out of the realm of possibility that he takes over as interim head coach before the season ends.
do you see Malhotra and the Sedins
See how it goes.
Have those three guys?
Sorry?
Have
that'd be fucking
Malhotra
great.
and Sedin. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the Twins want to be full-time coaches, but yeah.
Well, as assistant coach is way different. Then you're not in charge. 43 is on the ice. Way too much.
I mean, Sergei Gonchar didn't even have to be here full-time in the first season.
That's true. That was a different team also. Cleveland was supposed to help the D. Sadly, Lankinen. Yeah, the Lankinen thing. Excuse me. The Lankinen thing definitely hurts. I mean, we got hot market Lankinen when he signed that deal. I think we tried to believe that it wasn't going to be the same way the next season. You know, we're a little naive to the think like, oh well, you say you're going to be okay with him not being as good, and he hasn't been as good. But I mean, on in that sense, it would be a lot better if Demko was playing and healthy, because then at least you have something to fall back on. But yeah, the Malhotra thing probably has some legs to it. Like if it's this bad, it's a lot easier to move coaches than it is players, right? So
yeah, and you always get a coaching bump, right?
Yeah, you do. And I mean, what's a coaching bump? What's that worth? 3 to 4 wins? That doesn't even put them in a
Maybe
spot
more.
where it matters yet. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to think. Our feed has been really crap tonight, and I don't want this to be. We're better than this, so let's call it what it is. I'm going to call it for this night because I don't want this to be crappier than it is. We're going to have to figure something out here. So, and that's not good. If Ted's out and I'm kind of out, that's a double whammy, and we're better than that. So we're going to cut it short. We've got everybody amped up and jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, no, I'm fired. No, I'm just getting going, and then we got to end it.
We could just go on an Instagram live or something. I don't know how to do that anymore. So we're going to call it. We're going to call it early this week, and that's okay. We're going to all get mad and angry, and then the Canucks are going to win like 6-0 tomorrow, and everything will be fine. So,
yeah, they're going to go 2-2-2 in their next 6.
And over shootout win, overtime win, shootout loss. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to call it because that's the right thing to do. So on behalf of Third String Goalie, I'm Dyslexic ACL. This is the PP1 podcast on the Area 51 Sports Network. Sorry, it couldn't be a little bit better for you guys, but hey, we got 50 minutes out of it. That's good enough. Go Canucks, go, and hopefully this gets better. Peace.
Wouldn't that be a dyslexic LCA?
You're right.